A major announcement coming from President Biden tomorrow. I have all the details and everything you need to know in this video. Let's get into it right away. But if you're new here or if you haven't done so yet, make sure to subscribe by hitting that button right down below the video. Information continues to change very, very fast right now. I'm watching everything closely and breaking it all down into these short videos so that you can get the latest details hot off the wire each and every day as this information is being released. So again, thanks so much for joining me. I truly do appreciate it. Make sure to subscribe down below, and I'll continue to be here for you each and every day to help you out in any way that I possibly can, as that is my commitment to you and this community. All right, thanks again. Let's jump right into the update. All right, so President Biden will be out tomorrow unveiling a massive, massive spending bill. Now, you might be wondering, how much is massive? Well, here's the thing. We don't know how much it's going to be quite yet, but it's likely going to be anywhere between about 1.5 and about $2 trillion. Yes, trillion, not billion. That's a lot of money, right? So here's the thing. The president will be unveiling all the different provisions within this plan, and then he's going to send it off to Congress and say, Congress, get to work on this thing and get it done, pass it on to me and my desk so that he can sign it into law. Now, you might be wondering, what is going to be encompassed within this actual bill, and what is this? Is it just another proposal out there? Because realistically, at this point, we've seen a ton of new proposals as of recently, and I think a lot of us are getting sick of the old proposal with nothing getting accomplished, right? We've been talking about this a lot lately. There's so many proposals out there, many proposals coming out of representatives in Congress as well as senators all across the board. There are proposals coming out of everything. Well, I think a lot of us know how this goes, right? But here's the thing. Yes, tomorrow will be another proposal from the president, but here's the thing. This is actually a proposal for the 2023 fiscal year federal budget. What does that mean? Well, it's the federal budget basically that starts from October 1st through September 30th. So it's not actually at the beginning of the year, but rather the fiscal year, which is October 1st through the end of September. So he's laying out his plan as far as what he wants to start in October, starting October 1st with probably about $1.5 to $2 trillion, possibly even more money. There's going to be a lot of money there. Now, you might be wondering too, what is going to be encompassed in this proposal or this bill? Good question. We don't know all the details yet because the president will be unveiling everything to us tomorrow. So, of course, I'll be digging through everything in there, finding out as much information as I possibly can to see what is in the bill and is there anything in there for the low income, the fixed income, seniors, the elderly, people with disabilities, maybe fixed income beneficiaries of Social Security, SSDI, retirement, survivors, SSI, VA, RRB, and everybody right here in the communities. So don't worry, I will watch that very closely. I want to know just as much as you do. Is there going to be something in there for us? And if so, how much and what can we get and when? So, of course, I will watch all that very closely as the president does unveil it. However, we did get a little bit more information yesterday, and I think this is a little bit interesting. And then, of course, I will dig into some more information here in just a second. But I want to lay this out for you because this was just unveiled yesterday, and apparently it's going to be a new plan that the president is going to be talking about tomorrow as well. It is going to be a billionaire minimum tax. Now, I'm guessing there's probably not any billionaires here in the community, but let me just lay this out for you because it's kind of interesting. So as of recently, we've been hearing about all of these pay-fors, right? Anytime that they introduce one of these packages, a stimulus package or anything like that, they always say, who's going to pay for it? Where's the money coming from? What are the pay-fors, right? We've heard this so many times here over the last couple of years. But here's the deal. The president is going to be unveiling this billionaire minimum tax, but rather it's not only for billionaires. It's for those people who have a net worth of $100 million or more at a 20% tax rate, and it's also going to tax unrealized gains from stocks and things like that. So right now, unrealized profits from stock positions are not taxed. It's only taxed once the gains are actually realized. In other words, once you push the sell button, well, now you got to now you got to pay taxes on those profits. But he wants to go after unrealized gains from all of these very wealthy people, $100 million of net worth or more. So it'll be very interesting to see, is Congress going to jump on board with this, or is Congress going to say, no way are we doing this thing? So anyway, apparently the president will be unveiling this. This was just announced yesterday, and I did read into this a little bit more because I thought it was kind of interesting to see what's all going to be happening here. Now, also, I want to point this out as well because this is going to be a pretty busy week when it comes to Congress. So as I just announced yesterday as well, Steny Hoyer in the House of Representatives is waiting for some additional bills, or waiting for a bill to come out of the Senate, which should be anticipated to be arriving sometime this week. So apparently the Senate is working on another COVID relief bill. Again, probably multi-billions of dollars that they're working on right now. And then Steny Hoyer has alerted all of the Democratic representatives in the House of Representatives, be prepared. We're waiting for another bill here to come out of the Senate. And as soon as it gets here, we need to get it passed immediately. So as you can see here, they've got a lot of moving parts. They're working on multiple different things. They do have multi-billion-dollar packages on the table that they're working on. And again, I know just as much as you do. There's a lot of things on the table right now, but not a whole lot being cooked up at the same time, right? We need to get it from the table into the frying pan kind of thing. I think it's the other way around. It should go from the frying pan to the table. Either way, it doesn't really matter. Just something that I made up right there. But my point is, there's a lot of things that Congress is working on right now, and this is just another one of them, another COVID relief bill, and or it could be called a stimulus package as well, because honestly, that's what all of them have been called in the past. Over the last 2 years now, all of these COVID relief bills have usually been called a stimulus package, or they're usually given some cute name like the HERO package, or the HEALS Act, or the CARES Act, or the American Rescue Plan. You know, all of these, they were stimulus packages, right? I know a couple of them there that they did not get passed, but they were proposed a couple of years ago. But anyway, just wanted to give you those as examples of different cute names that they usually come up with. But anyway, so we're waiting on that as well. That should be sent over from the Senate or being introduced at some point this week, and should be going over to the House of Representatives as well. So, at the same time, Chuck Schumer has indicated that they are looking for pay-fors. Again, there's that word again, right? Pay-fors. They're looking for how they can get this COVID relief bill actually paid for. What's actually interesting is because at the same time, we've seen from some lawmakers out of the Senate and House of Representatives who have come forward saying, well, what about the hundreds of billions of dollars that are still sitting on the books right now that were never actually spent from the previous stimulus packages? Remember those conversations? Yeah. Well, a lot of lawmakers are coming out right now telling them the pay-fors are right here. The money's already been approved. It's already been appropriated. Why don't we just peel it off, and why don't we just use the money that's already been approved through Congress in the previous stimulus packages? So again, that'll be another controversy or another issue that they'll need to work their way through, but it's Congress. I'm pretty sure they'll make it through, and they'll come up with a perfect solution at the end of the day, right? I might be being a little bit sarcastic because we know how that goes. When Congress tries to work together, well, they don't maybe do a whole lot together. But anyway, that should be coming this week as well. So another thing too, I want to point out as well, I just came across this article. I thought it was kind of interesting. So now that the IRS is working their way through multiple millions of tax returns so far this year for the tax year of 2021, they're finding that 57% of people out there who file their tax returns paid zero federal income taxes. That's a lot of people, right? 57% have not paid any federal taxes. So, wow. I mean, that's huge. I'm going to be honest with you. I did not look up the statistics. I'm not really sure what an average percentage is, but to me, that seems pretty high, that over half of the people out there didn't pay any federal taxes. So, I don't know. Just kind of interesting, but they've worked their way through tens of millions of tax returns so far, and many more millions to come. They've got probably about 200 million tax returns. Again, I don't know the exact number. I'm just throwing a number out there. I know that it is in the hundreds of millions of tax returns that they typically file each year between individuals and corporate tax returns, things like that. They have a lot of tax returns to go through. But anyway, obviously, we're just talking about the individuals. Individuals, we're not talking about corporate returns, things like that. But anyway, kind of an interesting statistic that I found out there, and I wanted to share with you in this video. But anyway, all eyes will be on President Biden tomorrow as he unveils this big package. And again, it's probably going to be in the trillions of dollars, considering the last one that Congress just passed through. What was it? 2 weeks ago now, not even 2 weeks ago, they passed through was $1.5 trillion. So there you go. It gives you a little bit of a perspective as far as how big these bills do get. So we're probably looking at least $1.5 trillion, probably even close to $2, maybe even more than that. Well, but we'll see all the details tomorrow as the president does unveil that package. Anyway, as we do get more details on that and as the president unveils it, of course, I'll watch everything closely. I'll look through it very closely to see what's in there and is there anything possibly in there for the low income, the fixed income, all of us right here in this community. As I always say, I am your one and only daily advocate, and I'm very dedicated to bringing you all these updates and to help you out in any way that I possibly can. That's why I do all the research so that you don't need to. There's way too much stuff to read through on a daily basis, and I don't know. That's just what I do here. So I read through all this stuff and I try to find out all the pieces within it to see whatever is relevant for the most of people here in this community. And then I boil it down into these short videos so that you can get those details hot off the wire. So again, I hope you're having a nice day so far. Thanks so much for joining me. Make sure to subscribe down below if you haven't done so yet. Share this video with your friends, family, social media, and feel free to go back and check out any of the other 2,300 videos right here on the channel. Please enjoy your day. Have a great evening. Again, as I do get more information on this one from tomorrow, of course, I'll be right back for you, laying it all out, and hopefully there's some good stuff in there. But again, who knows what the president has up his sleeve? And again, who knows what Congress is going to do to actually change it as it works its way through the legislative process. Yeah, a lot of stuff going on. Anyway, enjoy. Thanks so much for watching. I'll catch you again later in the next update. Stay safe out there, and thanks so much for watching. I'll see you.